Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to BrassmonkeX, and welcome to another episode of Ready, Fire, Aim. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Ruger 5.7. We're going to be putting our first 50 rounds through this firearm. Um, so as always, we're using our splatter burst targets here. My favorite targets to use, hands down. I'll never go back to regular paper targets again. You can't see crap when you're shooting those things. You don't know where you're hitting. I like to know where I'm actually hitting when I'm shooting. So splatterburst targets, get them on Amazon, guys. They're awesome. But there you go. There's a quick look at the Ruger. We picked up a box of the FN 5.7 by 28s. Now with the shortage that's been going on, what happened was I picked up this gun over a year ago, and I haven't been able to shoot it yet because of ammunition issues. I couldn't find any ammo for it that didn't cost me $100 a box. So I was out a few months ago looking for some shotgun ammo, and I came across a box of the FN here. They were only asking 60 bucks, so I figured, what the hell, I'll pick it up. I want to shoot this gun. It's been too long. So I picked it up for about $60. So figure every time I pull the trigger here, it's going to cost me about $1.12 or so. That's a fun little statistic for you. But here we are. We're getting everything loaded up here, loading up my magazines. Again, I'm in New Jersey, guys, a restricted state, so I can only put 10 rounds per mag. So as you can see, my target's got 5 targets on it. I got 50 rounds. I'm going to do 5 10-shot groups here. So I'm getting everything loaded up. As you can see, once I get it all loaded, I like to give a little tap on the back of the magazine, make sure everything's seated in there properly. You'll see it. I try to hold it up and show you guys. But yeah, I was pretty excited to get out here and finally get this gun to the range. See what this 5.7's all about. There you go. Did my little tap. Then we go ahead and we're going to load it up and take our first shots. So this first group I shoot, I'm going to be shooting here at the top left target. Nice. As you can see, guys, there's almost no recoil to this gun. It may look like there is, but that's just when I'm doing this slow fire stuff at the range here. After each shot, I like to move the gun out of the way slightly so I can see where I'm hitting and then bring it back up to my line of sight. So that's what that is. There's no recoil. That's just a quirk of mine that I do when I'm slow firing like this. But I mean, the groups weren't bad. We put the first 2 groups, I put the target out to 3 yards. And when I'm all done shooting here, I'll bring it in and I'll show you. Now I'm shooting at the top right target. And again, you can see almost no recoil out of this thing. It's a real smooth shooter. The trigger on it's pretty good too. Yeah, considering it was my first time using this firearm, I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't know what to expect with this 5.7 round. Because, I mean, it's a hot little round. I'm not sure of the exact feet per second here that this thing's shooting, but it's a pretty hot round. I was expecting a little more recoil, but it's honestly not much more than a 22. Definitely less than a 9. But here, you can see these first 2 groups here. I hold the gun up for comparison. The groups aren't bad for 3 yards for the first time I've ever shot this gun. But you can see it's we're hitting a little bit to the left. And you're going to find that's a consistent issue with this gun when I show you the rest of the groups here. So my next 2 groups, we went ahead, we put the target out to 5 yards now. We're going to try it out at 5 yards, get a little more distance, see if those groups open up a bit or not. But we're going to go ahead, get everything loaded up. Takes a few seconds here. Which I didn't realize when I was loading up these magazines. It loads just like a rifle. It's just like loading your AR-15. You just kind of take the rounds and push them right down. You don't have to slide them in like a pistol. There we go, doing my tap there. Make sure everything's seated properly. You never know. Sometimes you get a stubborn round that just doesn't go into the magazine right. Could lead to feeding issues. Can't hurt to just give it a little insurance tap there at the end, guys. This guy next to me, it was awesome. He was shooting a Mosin. That was pretty cool. That thing was loud. Alright, we're all loaded up. We're going to take our next shots here. Now, like I said, we're out at 5 yards. I'm going to start with the bottom left target here. We're going to go ahead and take our 10 shots. Again, as you can see, minimum recoil, and that me moving out of the way there, that's not the recoil. That's just me moving so I can see the target and see where I'm actually hitting. See if I have to make any adjustments or not, but normally I would make the adjustments. Here I'm not doing that because I want to see where the rounds are actually hitting. So I'm just aiming dead center on these bullseyes. Here we go, switch out the magazines. Now I'm going to be shooting at the bottom right target. I know it's a little tough to see. I tried to zoom in a little bit, but my program here doesn't really zoom in on the target. Well, like I said before, guys, I'm very pleased with this gun. I can't wait to get it back out to the range again when I find some more ammo. But I refuse to pay $100 a box like I'm seeing it out there. That's just crazy. I used to go to the range like every other week, and now I just don't go as much because of the price of ammo. And here we go. We'll bring the target back in, take a look. Yeah, they got the stupid plexiglass over the screen here, so you gotta really mush on the screen to get the buttons to work. But here we go. I'll give you a close-up of the two groups I just shot at 5 yards. First the bottom left, then the bottom right. And as you can see, again, we're hitting a little bit to the left. So I figured my last 10 rounds, what the hell? Why not take it out to 7 yards? So I go ahead, I send the target out to 7 yards there. And, you know, they say the old adage, the aim small, miss small. It's so true, guys. Now, as you can see, that middle target is a little bit bigger than the ones around the outside. And I know, yes, we went out to 7 yards here, but you'll see the group really opens up. And I find that to be the case every time I go shooting. The bigger my target is, the bigger my groups get. If I'm shooting at a smaller target, I get much smaller groups. It's so aim small, miss small. That's what they say, guys. But as you can see, I'm trying to show you guys how it loads up here. How you just push them in just like on a rifle. And behind me, here comes Rambo the range officer. Wants to know why I'm loading rifle rounds into a pistol. So I had to explain to him that it's a 5.7. It's just because it's bottleneck doesn't mean it's for a rifle, man. I told him I was a smooth shooter and everything, but that's one of the things I hate about going to these indoor ranges. You got these range officers standing right behind you. You end up drawing a crowd. Everybody's watching you. They're like, I feel like they're judging me. It's such a pain in the butt. I hate these indoor ranges. But here we go, guys. We're going to do our last 10 shots here on that larger target in the middle. That first round, I don't even know where it went. I was looking for it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to chalk that up as a flyer or if it was just me, but when I bring the target in at the end, I'll show you where it landed. It actually hit the target on the top left. Didn't even hit the center target. Yeah, normally I'd be a little disappointed with this group here at 7 yards, but like I said, my groups usually open up the larger the target is, and this is the first time I ever shot this gun, so yeah, I wasn't too keen on the nuances of this firearm yet. You know, not familiar with the trigger yet or anything, so I'm not making excuses. I'm still pleased with the group, but you know, it wasn't the greatest group ever. Here we go. This stupid screen not working again. I have to actually lift up the plexiglass and, yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, you can take a look at this group here right in the middle. That was my final group at 7 yards. As you can see, it got significantly wider. But here we go. I'll show you all the groups. Those are 3 yards. We got our 5-yard group and our 7-yard group here. And I show you where that flyer landed, that first shot way up there. Yeah, I was not pleased with that. But that's it. That's what I got for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you next time, guys.